blessed to have wonderful men in our lives. So let us express our gratitude with this song by Karen Drucker. Gratitude before me, behind me, to the left and to the right. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, above, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful for all the love. I am so grateful for that fatherly energy. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, to the left, gratitude to the left of me, to the right, gratitude to the right of me, above, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me and all around, gratitude all around me. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful.
I am so grateful. Say that. I am so grateful. If it's comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Just become aware of your breath for a moment. Just aware of your breath. Pausing and inhaling slowly and deeply can bring us to a calm, to a quiet place within where we can simply be grateful. I am so grateful. We pause for a moment, focus on this gratitude, and we focus upon all those in our lives who have shown up with those qualities of Father. Those who have shown up as the individualized expressions of love to nurture and guide, to protect, to strengthen, to lift us. To lift us in consciousness, knowing that consciousness is life. Life is consciousness. And so for just a moment, in your mind's eye, recall all those people who have shown up as their individualized expressions of love and fathered you. have been a source of comfort and strength and wisdom. And send them your gratitude. For some, I recognize that there are people who are labeled Father that sometimes have not shown up as love. And yet their appearance and existence in our lives have shown us ways that we must show up and be strength and be wisdom and be love. And that too is a gift. And though it may be challenging, we pause now and we send these people our gratitude. For in gratitude, we expand in consciousness to be the truth of who we are. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. God is, and I am. And I am so grateful. And so now, with a gentle exhalation, bring your awareness to the truth that all of these people that we have seen and sent our gratitude, that we are one with them. For they are one with the one. We are one with the one in spirit. And so we know that I am grateful. I am grateful. And affirm that with me now. I am grateful. Now, with a gentle breath as you are comfortable, bring your full awareness back to the place and time, to the space where you are an individualized human presence, seeking to live from your divinity. And say, claim, affirm, I am grateful. I am grateful. And so it is, and so we let it be.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, above, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Gratitude above me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. And we're going to keep the energy of that gratitude up. We're going to build that energy up, up, up as we prepare to receive Rev Todd's message. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, below, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I am so grateful. 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 Let's do it before. Gratitude before me, behind. Gratitude behind me, to the left. Gratitude to the left of me and to the right. Gratitude to the right of me, above. Gratitude above me, below. Gratitude below me, within. Gratitude within me, all around. Gratitude all around me. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I want to hear you sing it. I am so grateful. 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 I am so grateful.
Thank you, Deidrey. Happy Sunday, friends, and happy Father's Day. Both to those people who are literally fathers, but also happy Father's Day to that indwelling spirit within us. Because as we know, if you go back, if you weren't here on May 12th, the message that we gave on Mother's Day, go back and listen to that, because it talks about how both the divine masculine and the divine feminine live in us and co-create. That's part of our manifest experience, is the mind, idea, expression, and how creation is a part of who we are. And that in Genesis, one of the places in Genesis where it talks about God creating humankind, that he made them male and female both. Not necessarily the two sexes here on Playground Planet Earth, but that these energies, right? This is our spiritual awakening story, and coming to understand that all of the creative potential that exists in God is available within us in potential. And so I'm really looking forward to find out how today's message shapes up, because Spirit inspired me to take three very specific kind of ideas and plug them together today, because today has always been planned that this is going to be about our 9th commandment. Everybody remember what that one is? Anybody? Thou shalt not bear false witness. That's not the whole thing. Did you know that? It's not thou shalt not bear false witness on your neighbor. on your neighbor. It's an important part. We'll get to that. Um, Also, an idea that came to me was around the daily word, and comes from this daily word, and this idea that we bless fathers. We bless the energy, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because we call things masculine and feminine because we need to understand it from our human intellect. But at the level of spirit, there is not duality. Yes, there is only one. Yes? We got, yeah, okay, good. Yay. Um, just a reminder, y'all have been before, right? And welcome back. I do recognize you, don't I? Yes? Yeah. Yeah, last week. Okay. But I like people to talk back to me. So, hallelujah. Last week when I said, did my little piece of Russell service after the service, a couple of people came to me and they were like, you know, we could hear some Pentecostal in you. We used to be Pentecostals. And I was like, I'll bet you did. Because you can take some people out of a Pentecostal church, but you cannot take the Pentecostal church out of them. And so I get kind of fired up sometimes. Y'all know this, yes? So we're gonna look at how can we put together this idea of not bearing false witness on your neighbor, together with blessing, um, uh, and our prayer for protection. Are y'all ready to play? We see, yeah. Peggy's sitting here and she's doing the math in her head and she's like, that does not compute. But I think it will. I believe, I trust. Thou shalt not bear false witness on your neighbor. A false witness. Do we know what this is? Don't tell lies about people. Don't tell things that are not the truth. I found out in my research this week that that a witness, back in the days when the laws were an oral tradition and even our scriptures were an oral tradition, to be a witness and to bear false witness came with some responsibility. Because if you testified against someone, like if you testified that someone was an adulterer and they were found guilty, you got to participate as one of the people that would stone that person to death. Now, it also says, thou shalt not kill. I know, our scriptures are full of contradictions. They're full of contradictions. The other, the other thing is to bear false witness. If you accused someone and were a witness that this person had done something wrong and they were sentenced to death, and then before they died, you find out that they actually were not guilty, and you have borne false witness, you were subject to the punishment that they had been prescribed. So you might be stoned to death by them. How crazy is that? Whew. And do we see any instances in the world today where people tell falsehoods about other people? Yeah. It led me to a book that I am just loving. It's called The Gentle Art of Blessing. And it's dedicated to a man who has been spending his life on death row because he was committed of a crime that they know he did not commit. But the way the legal system is set up, he cannot get out of prison. Now, does that make logical sense? No, not to me. But that's the manifest experience of this, bearing false witness. The spiritual aspect of bearing false witness is found in that on your neighbor. On your neighbor. Kath, can I get you to turn down the speakers in the sanctuary a little bit? I don't know if y'all can hear that buzz, but I feel like I'm on an airplane that's about to take off. Thank you so much. And I'll just speak louder so y'all can hear me. You can't hear me now? Okay. Well, turn it back up then. I'll make do. Where was I?
You were right there.
I was on an airplane. Before the airplane.
The neighbor.
The neighbor. The neighbor. Have you heard it before that you are fully human in expression and fully divine in potential? Fully human in expression, fully divine in potential. So your neighbor is your spiritual self. Because at the level of spirit, we know that there is no other. And so my spiritual self at an expanded place in consciousness is also Ginger's spiritual self, is also Katie's spiritual self, is Joanna's spiritual self. We are all expanding. That is what this incredible experience on Playground Planet Earth is about, understanding the truth of who we are and expanding to the place where we can simply be in and as love from the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is individualized expressions of love. It's love. And so any time that we participate in bearing false witness about ourselves or about anybody else, because in spirit we're all one, we're bearing false witness against our neighbor, against the truth of who we are, against that divine spark of energy that we call the Christ that shows up in each and every one of us, in everything we see. Now, does that mean that we should not criticize? Absolutely not. Because criticizing things from a place of love is important. Because when we receive criticism that is handed to us in love, it is an invitation to unfold in a greater way, to more fully be the presence of love. But is all the criticism that you've experienced in the world or in your life, or maybe even in your head recently, has it come from a place of love? Because I'll tell you, it hasn't for me. It has not. See, sometimes, you know, I was reminded this week of the Eastern faith traditions, you know, the three gateways that things should pass through before they pass through our lips. Is it true? Is it truth? Not is there a fact. Can you look in a fact book and know that it's a fact? Because I'll tell you this, the more we live here on Playground Planet Earth, we see that facts change because new science is created and we see things in a new way. And so facts, and what is a fact today may be not a fact tomorrow. Facts can change. Truth is everlasting. Truth is in spirit. And so we can make sure that what we say is a message of love, that it comes from truth, that it comes from that place of the eternal presence that is dwelling as us in this moment. And then we can say, is it kind? Because when we criticize, we should uplift. We should be lifting people up, as I said in the meditation, fathers that lift us up, this energy that is lifting us to be in a higher place in consciousness where we can truly impact the world, impact those around us, where we can be a beacon of light, of hope, of strength, of compassion. And so is what we have to say, is it true and is it kind? And then, of course, the final one is it needed? Is it needful? And for me, when I think about this, is it needful? Part of that is it needful for me to share this information, because some things are not mine to do. Because if it does it need to be said? Perhaps, but it may not be mine to do. I'm very clear about what my purpose in life is. I'm very clear about what I'm called to do, and I seek to inspire people. Lift them up. And if I can't find an inspiring way, it's probably not mine to say. What are you called to do? Who are you called to be? What is that needful thing in you? And is it truth, capital T truth? And is it kind? And so none of this means much of anything unless we can put it into practice in our lives. Unless we can live the truth we know, if we can do the thing. And that's what led me to this idea that blessing is a part of this, that blessing, as we blessed fathers this morning, that blessing is the fifth principle for the ninth commandment. And blessing is what do joy, praise, and thanksgiving accomplish in us? They exalt our consciousness and thus save us from doubt, despair, cynicism, and all other forms of faithfulness. In praise, we rid ourselves of inhibitions and build up poise physically, mentally, and spiritually. To bless is to praise. So when we bless fathers, we are blessing the Christ in them. When we bless mothers, we are blessing the Christ in them. When we bless anything, we are lifting it up to the truth of what it is. And in doing so, we expand ourselves to be more present as love here on Playground Planet Earth. You think we need some more love around here? Yeah. Our title today, Exaltations of Truth, comes from this was a study guide question that Charles Fillmore answered. Do praise and rejoicing help us to make one conscious of the Spirit of truth? Both these acts exalt the mind and heart, and exaltation puts one in touch with the Spirit of truth. When we come at everything from a place where we want to bless, we open ourselves up to see truth more clearly. To see more clearly. And in this book that I've recently started, the Gentle Art of Blessing, this is the most important dimension of blessing. Sincerity, that it comes from the heart. This is the power that transforms and heals, elevates and restores. It is the very antipode of a stereotyped ritual. Spontaneous blessing is a flowing fountain that, like a mountain stream, cascades and sings. It expresses perpetual morning, defined as freshness, openness, gratitude, inspiration, newness, alertness, expectations of good, wakefulness, fresh beginning, purity, threshold, rebirth, joy, innocence, and wonder. So if that's what blessing does, why would we not want to go around and bless everything and everyone and every experience, why would we not want to rest in gratitude and bless everything we see? Do I have an answer to that? So we got to bless. Bless. And not the Southern, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Because we know that's not what that means, right, Lisa? Bless that. Bless their heart is not a blessing. But we bless. We bless. And it's in our nature to bless. Because do you know who you are? You're a child of God. Do you know that you have the richest father ever? Going back to my Pentecostal roots, and I'm thinking about a talk that I heard Reverend Ike give one time. And I have a rich father. Say that. I have a rich father. Right? This idea of the Heavenly Father, right? We don't personify God out there. We know that, but we know that God is everywhere present, so that God is out there, but God is also in here, and that God is everything, and that all our needs are met, even if we have wandered away like the prodigal son, and then you come back, and the father kills the fatted calf. Everything I have is yours. Everything I have is yours. It was revealed to me. I was thinking, okay, someone. It was Russell. Russell. He said, "What are you going to do for Father's Day?" And at the time, I was like, I gave out some carnations at Mother's Day, and so I'll probably give some flowers again, just to honor everyone and honor that spirit of fatherhood that lives in us, that lifts us up. And then I went to a parade, and I was looking at my phone. I know y'all find that hard to believe. I was looking at my phone because I'd been taking pictures, and I felt something sailing towards my head, and I reached up and I just snagged it out of the air. I don't know how those reflexes happened. I was channeling my sister, who is an athlete. I am not. And I had grabbed a sugar daddy. I had caught me a sugar daddy. And I had this revelation, this divine revelation, that in order to remind us of our divine Father, that today we're going to get a blessing bag. A blessing bag. Now, do y'all know that sugar daddies are hard to find if it's not Halloween? You have to order those things online. And I, wait till the last minute. I know y'all have that hard to believe when I walk up to you right before service and say, "Will you read today?" So everybody gets a blessing bag today. And if you are joining us on Zoom or on Facebook, if you will email me, I will send you a blessing bag. But our blessing bag reminds us that we have everything we need. It's got a payday in here because all our financial needs can be met. It also has a 100 grand bar in here. Because we have 100 grand blessings that don't even count money that show up in every moment of every day. Because we are one with the one, the Father. There are also most of them have two roles. Some smarties are in here because you have all the wisdom available. When you sit in the silence, when you meditate and you pray and you open yourselves up to the truth, there are no secrets. And wisdom is available to us. Not the facts here on planet Playground Earth, but wisdom that extends beyond and beyond and beyond. There's also a single crayon. And maybe, just maybe, you'll do some research and find out what color that is when we consider our 12 powers. And I just grabbed one by random out of the box of blessing bags back there. And I grabbed one that has an orange crayon. And of course, orange is my favorite color. And I drive the Zeal Mobile. And we know that orange represents zeal. So you have a crayon that you can look up and figure out what it means. But also it's a reminder that that crayon is about our faculty of imagination. It's about blessing ideas that show up, that come into fruition in our lives. Because before everything was manifest, it was an idea in the mind of God. Divine mind, idea, expression. Our mother, father natures coming together to bring forth consciousness, which is life. And finally, there's a business card that tells people who we are and where we are. And then there's an affirmation card, and all the affirmations are different. Do we believe in affirmative prayer here? Yes. If you don't know what affirmative prayer is, Peggy is here today, and Lisa is here today. Janet's online. I'm here. And we can tell you about it. Those are our prayer chaplains. And even if you know what it is and you want somebody to pray with you to help you see the truth, we'll do that with you today. So before you leave today, or before you sign off today, send an email, revtodd@crystalcoastunity.org. I'll send you a blessing bag. And this is a blessing bag, and you can either keep this blessing bag and claim your blessings, or you can pass it on. Because maybe some of you are like, I don't eat sugar. I don't eat sugar. So get one and pass it on. Perhaps there's somebody that isn't here today that you miss. Take them a blessing bag. Let them know that they were missed today. So that blesses our fathers. That talks about our ninth commandment, our utterance. It's about our own consciousness. So we're not gonna bear false witness, correct? Because we don't want to stone anyone, including ourselves. And that gets us to our prayer for protection. All of this we can remind ourselves with our 5 principles. God is, I am, I think, I pray, I do. We can also remind ourselves of our blessings every day when we turn to the prayer for protection. Some of you will know this, but not everyone does. The original prayer for protection is this. We read it every Sunday in a different format. This is what James Dillett Freeman actually wrote. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is. That's the full prayer for protection. Now, we read an expanded version because we combined affirmations with the prayer for protection, right? The light of God surrounds us. I am the light. I am the love. I am the power. I am the presence. And sometimes we can affirm that and it gives us strength and it lifts us up. And sometimes we need the external and know that it is the God out there that surrounds me. But in truth, there is only one power and one presence, and it's out there and it's in here. Individualized. Absolute good and unconditional love. Be a witness to that. In yourself, in everyone you meet. And so it is. So before you leave today, grab a blessing bag or 2. Take a prayer for protection book. Lots of great articles in here, including one by me. And know that you are loved and that you are loved. Thanks, friends, for letting me share today.
Sometimes I don't know what to say. I just think you're amazing and how you come up with all these wonderful ideas. I love it. You know what, Rev Todd? I praise you and I raise you. That's what we're going to do. The praising prayer by Karen Drucker. Let's do it. We're going to start by praising Rev Todd. I praise Rev Todd, I raise Rev Todd in the name of love. Sing that with me. I praise Rev Todd, I raise Rev Todd in the name of love. The world, I praise the world, I raise the world in the name of love. Let's do it again. I praise the world, I raise the world in the name of love. My neighbor, I praise my neighbor, I raise my neighbor in the name of love. I praise my neighbor, I raise my neighbor in the name of love. Sister, praise my sister, I raise my sister in the name of love. Brother, I praise my brother, I raise my brother in the name of love. Father, I praise my father, I raise my father in the name of love. Mother, I praise my mother, I raise my mother in the name of love. Family, I praise my family, I raise my family in the name of love. Children, I praise my children, I raise my children in the name of love. Myself, I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. Let's do it again. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. This place, I praise this place, I raise this place in the name of love. I praise this place, I raise this place in the name of love. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. Let's do that last one. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love.
Thank you, Deidrey. We bless you, Deidrey. You are an inspiration and you are incredible.